Here we are back, Project DIO. I've had some pretty dramatic weekend. I heard some amazing news, which I believe to be true. And something that an old man, something I never thought I'd hear. Anyway, I have hooked up the water pump. Instead of this top switch, I've hooked it up to this cool looking switch right here, and when you turn it on, this will go red, and that runs the pump right here. Now the trick is, it's kind of a hard thing to do with a bike like this that does not have a, sorry about the dust, I've been fucking off, so I haven't got it done. That's the only reason I can say. I got to get this started. It's going to drive me crazy if I don't. But this doesn't have an air vacuum plug, which allows the water to go in, a fluid, and fill up right here. So I have to do it by hand. And what that means is, first thing you want to do is either use 50/50 already pre-diluted Prestone antifreeze. And the key thing about this stuff is you want to have, I don't know, desalinated water, something demineralized water that doesn't leave these little white spots like you see in here. Because if you use regular tap water, it gets hot and leaves these mineral deposits on the inside of your head and your system. And what that does is it just keeps the heat in. So I've got this pump system I've had for 2 or 3 years, and I've decided I'm going to try and use it. It's a Pennzoil pump, multi-use pump. And I'm going to try and bleed the Prestone into the system with this pump and see if it'll work. Because what I've got to do is fill up this overflow deal. I got this, can't remember, Pro something or other. This is a really good little can for that. You fill this up, and then I have to just slowly fill in the radiator and turn the pump on and let it bleed through and bleed through and bleed through. And then when I get most of it out, most of it done, what I will do is I fill up this overflow deal, and when I start the bike, all the air bubbles will start blowing from the pressurized part of the cap into the bottom of the bottom of the container, and it'll siphon out the rest of the air bubbles and any air cavities. That's why it's good to have a cylinder head temperature right here, because when you first start the bike, you may go up to 250, 260 degrees. It should, on a water-cooled motor, it should idle at about 150, 160, 70 degrees. And when you're under full speed, it'll go up about 100 degrees, and then it'll drop down as you let off the throttle. An average air-cooled motor running at top speed should be 280 degrees, no more. Anything more than that, you're getting the cylinder too hot. Anything over 325, you're going to melt the piston. That's why it's good to have one of these $12 gauges and no wind. Okay, I'm going to start this process, and I've got to get this bitch running. I mean, I've just been so depressed because it's not running. Okay.